Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the We Didn't Say That podcast.
Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you coming back for another episode. We took the little black things off our mic,
Trying
feeling extra
something
professional.
new.
Yep, feeling good.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I saw this video online, right, of this 103-year-old lady. I'm sure she's dead now because this video came out in like 2015, 2016. But this lady was alive back basically all of the 1900s. I think she was born like 1912 or some shit. She was crazy old, yeah.
Yeah.
So, in her 20s, she was like one of those like dancers in a club where they wear like the outfit. There's like six of them. They're doing choreographed dance and they're singing or whatever.
Yeah.
And
A
she,
rockette.
yeah, exactly. So she was like a rockette back in like the 30s, like
Okay.
mid 30s. Okay, she lived. She saw a fuck ton of wars. She watched us land on the moon. She was old during
Supposedly.
the 80s. Yeah, supposedly. Like she lived a full fucking life, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And these like people who work and they like not discover but they like dig up like archival footage of stuff. They found some they heard that this super old lady was still kicking around, so they went and they like were looking for archival footage of her dancing.
Okay.
So for her 103rd birthday they found some and they brought her like this like DVD player, whatever the fuck, and she was watching herself dance. And I was just thinking, like, how fucking crazy is it that she lived her entire life being like these cameras, all of this shit, all this technology is so advanced. Now she's watching herself like 80 years ago dancing, and like she is watching herself look young. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy to
It
think
must
about.
be the trippiest fucking thing. And then I was thinking, because she was alive up until like the like 2015, 2016, the world that she grew up in was like, just
Yeah,
imagine
she lived
it's
before
dead.
desegregation.
Yeah, the world she lived in is so completely different. Like
Yeah.
nothing resembles anything of what she was used to. I saw a commercial the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but it's like outlets and they're like rapping. It's like a Lil Yachty song or whatever the fuck. They have like a rapper coming on, and it's like an animated outlet. It's for like Google or whatever the fuck. Just imagine being 103 years old, walking around. People are like, "Yeah, see, I got the newspaper for 5 cents." See,
Yeah.
and then towards the end of your life, you're watching just an ad on your fucking your hospice bed. You're looking at the TV, and it's some ad for fucking an outlet is rapping. And you're like, yeah, you're like watching this, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Nothing
your
is
life would
making
be
sense.
insane.
It would seem like
Even if you
magic.
were in a coma for 20 years. Not
It
even 20, maybe 10.
not even, yeah, like
10 years,
5
how
years.
much the world changed in that little amount of time? You're tripping balls.
People are
Imagine
walking
going like
around being like, "Do you have any Riz?" Be like,
Imagine
"What the
having
fuck
like
is
a
Riz?"
fucking phone where a flip phone and you're like, okay, ha ha ha, my life is perfect. I have the latest technology. You get in a car crash. 10 years later, you wake up from your coma and you go for your phone and then you see like, you're like, you text someone and it's like messages didn't go through. And then they come out and they're like, they come visit you in the hospital because you're alive. They thought
Yeah,
you
you
were a
wake up.
vegetable.
Yeah.
And then you see them pull out a phone, not even a phone to you, like a device with a camera on it.
Yeah, you're like,
And they're
"What is
just
that
like,
little flat thing you're
they
holding?"
start typing, there's no buttons, and you're like, "What the fuck?" That is what it's like to live from the 1912 to 2012.
Yeah. It was like it must be that fucking jarring where it's like
Crazy.
people are like even cars, like it must have been normal to see people getting around on horses back then still.
Imagine breathing the air with, like, the newer car like, the first cars, how polluted that air must have been with gasoline.
Just straight up
That would've been
burning diesel and
terrible.
shit. You're
That
like,
would've been
this is a
terrible.
smell of innovation in the future. With
Yummy.
fucking chemicals burning. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what life will be like in
Like, you get a
100
little
years.
high just from walking outside because your brain's packing oxygen. You're
You're
low
literally
key asphyxiating because of how dense the gasoline is in
every
the
time you
air.
walk on the sidewalk, you're like suffocating quietly. You're like, this is nice. I like city life.
I am the future.
It just, I was just thinking about it. It made me almost feel like bad for her. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
It's almost like a
Obviously, living that long would suck.
like, yeah, everybody you've loved, you watched grow up and die, they're either dead or they don't care about you because it's like, what am I gonna visit my great grandma in fucking hospice? Like, no, she's fucking dying. She knows that.
She's old as hell.
She's just sitting there watching. Dude, and the sad thing is she remembered the dances when she was laying in bed and she was like kind of doing them with her arms. Like she was still there. Like, how is that? Whenever I see shit like that, like it makes me scared, genuinely makes me scared to get older.
Better be nice to your kids.
I guess, dude. I'm sure she watched her kids die.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. Oh, her daughter was there.
It wasn't her daughter.
Was it her
Oh,
granddaughter?
I don't know, maybe.
Something was there watching her dance.
So I don't, but I don't even know. It was just made me sad. Made me very sad, and I don't want to get older.
Yeah, seeing old people does that
Even
sometimes.
people when they get to their 60s, they're like, they
All
look
right.
at the world, they're like, what the fuck is going on? Nothing makes sense. Even like 60 years, that'll
Yeah,
happen.
of course.
Dude,
It's
even now,
weird.
getting into like my mid 20s, like the shit that like people who are like 18, 19 are talking about, it makes no fucking sense to
Yeah,
me.
it pisses me off to hear them speak.
And we're just in our mid 20s,
And they're
dude.
rude little fuckers. I'm in my early 20s, not even my mid 20s, and they're just the worst people. You just want to hit them,
Yeah.
but you can't.
I mean, you can.
No,
Physically, you can.
not legally. You can't really. I
I
mean,
mean,
physically, I
yeah.
can hit anyone, but I
Yeah,
shouldn't.
you could hit that 103-year-old woman and just quickly send her to the next round.
Karate chopper.
Just she would break. Holy fuck. Dude,
Boom!
Big Mama just took down the fucking cat tower. You see
I
that?
saw that. It
Jesus
was.
Christ.
She's proud of herself. She's gonna do it again.
Probably.
She wants to do it now.
She's fucking bad.
She's a big girl.
This rescue cat
She's
that
a
is
big-bodied cat.
put on 14 pounds in like a 2 months time period. It's fucking crazy. She's big. But now we gotta
She
put her
should
on a
have an
diet.
extra wide load sticker. That's how big this cat is.
Mm-hmm.
This cat looks like Garfield if he was a black cat.
It's true. It's a girl though.
Sure.
Have you been seeing all of these?
I don't look at animal genitalia.
Well, it's a girl. She's got, yeah, you just have to look at her belly.
Well, okay.
Have you been seeing a lot of this shit coming out of Miami recently? Like,
About the fucking freak. Yeah.
wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The mall.
What mall? Wait, what?
Tell me what you're talking about.
There's been a lot of like weird alien sightings in Miami. But what
Oh,
are you
okay.
talking about?
So there were like these 15 cop cars outside this mall, and people were like freaking out, calling 911. Everyone's calling 911. And then like the cops were like, "Oh, it's just some weird thing that happened." Ha,
Kids
ha,
fighting
ha."
with sticks?
Yeah, kids fighting with sticks.
Dude, that's what I'm talking
And
about.
then they're like afterwards, they're like, "No, that's not what was fucking happening." The people in there, they're like, "No, we saw these fucking shadow monsters, 10 feet tall shadow monsters."
Yeah.
That is, I would piss and crap my pants
There's multiple people
immediately.
that were around that area at the time that were told to go home and they recorded themselves like on TikTok being like,
Fuck.
they're like, I don't know. I saw this like Puerto Rican dude or Cuban guy. He's like, I don't know if you've ever been to Miami, but if kids are hitting with each other with sticks, the police most times won't even get called. Why the fuck are there
Yeah.
15 cop cars at the mall and they're telling us it's kids fighting with sticks? It's clearly not kids fighting with sticks.
How many kids fighting with sticks would it take to have 15 cop cars in fucking Miami? I would think over 100 kids would have to be fighting with sticks for the cops to have that big of a
It
response.
would literally have to be an entire school
Yeah.
battling it itself with sticks
sticks.
before the cops are like, we have
The
to send in.
sticks are the most important part of this.
Yeah, they're beating each other with
With
sticks,
sticks.
which I'm a fan of. Everybody who listens to this podcast knows I love watching a nice fight with
loves
weapons.
violence.
I really do like watching someone like,
It gets 'em
especially like an
going.
underdog that grabs like a baseball bat or something, or like a stick or like a metal pipe, and you just wow, dude, you see that? You see that video of that homeless guy beating the fucking piss out of that old, like he was like a San Francisco fire chief. There was a video. This is the sickest shit I've ever seen. There's a like CCTV footage of this guy in like a hood or whatever. He walks up to this homeless guy that's sleeping. This part's not sick, and he sprays him for like 15 seconds with bear mace. Like, and he's trying to move his head,
Air mace?
and he keeps spraying him like in the face. Like he's a fucking piece of shit, right?
Okay.
So it's like the next day or 2 days later or whatever. This homeless guy found the guy who hit him with the pepper spray, because like in the homeless community, if you do something like that, like the other homeless people will watch and they'll be like, that this is the guy that did it to you. We know him. He's in this area or whatever.
Okay.
So then there's another, and it's the most amazing thing because it's this one video is clipped. It's two separate videos, but clipped into one video. It goes to just from that, this homeless guy getting bear mace to then someone recording on an iPhone. This homeless guy is beating the fucking shit out of this guy with a metal pipe. Like beating his face is bleeding. You can hear
Okay, that's hilarious. But imagine,
the greatest
imagine
thing.
if this is just a reoccurring event. back and forth between this guy and this homeless man. And this is like the 5th installment of them
Like-
beating the shit out of each other.
Like the guy gets beat the shit out of him. He's like, he goes online, he's like ordering bear max. He's like, I'm gonna fucking get him
This
back,
guy-
this
this
motherfucker.
fucking him up.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking the whole can this time.
Because if you
He's
get
getting
caught,
the whole can.
caught on video beating the shit out of a homeless man, it's a lot different than macing a homeless
Yeah.
man.
No, but he doused him. Dude, you can hear he's like putting his arm up to block. He hits his wristwatch. His watch, you hear like, "Gah," like you hear the watch break. Dude, he's like stumbling around, like falls off the curb. This dude's just standing over him with his metal pipe and is just fucking beating. It's the most amazing thing to watch this guy. Like, you see him get hit in the head. He's like stumbling around. Like, I'm surprised this guy, I'm pretty confident he lived. I wanted to see him get beaten to death. That would have been
Okay,
amazing.
that's too far.
I don't think so.
Getting beaten to death is crazy.
Yeah, but it's just like back in like with like Rome and the Colosseum, like watching gladiators fight to death. It's like that's what deep down everyone's interested in watching. That's why UFC is so popular.
Dude, if we gave swords to UFC fighters,
I want to
Kidding.
see. I like watching like Indian gangs fight each other because it's 15 on 15 and they all have different, unique, crazy weapons. I watched one
Indian
guy.
gangs?
Yeah, Indian gangs. I watched one dude beat the fucking piss out of 2 other Indian guys with a muffler. With a like had this giant like Indian Hulk had a fucking tire, like a not a tire thing. It was a muffler to like an old piece of shit car. It looked like he probably just ripped it off, and he was just cracking these people over the head. And they're all skinny too, so you hit them once, and they're like they just crumple like into they're like. You're just like it's the best to watch people
Where
fight
do
with
they
weapons.
fight? Do
In
they
the
fight?
middle of the street, dude.
Oh,
In the
I was
middle of the
thinking it was
street.
going to be out in like. Oh wait, India has so many people. There is no nature.
Yeah,
So
no.
you're right.
Yeah, no, there is no nature in India.
Yeah, there's no nature in India. It's
So yeah,
just,
they're just Indian people
the
fighting with
catfish
sticks
still
outside.
get huge from when the Indian people fighting with sticks die because they still just throw them in the Ganges River and the catfish just eat them.
They just fucking eat them and they
Yeah.
explode. Because
If you're
India,
eating out of the Ganges River, there's a chance that you're eating something that consumed human flesh.
there's 100% chance.
Like a high chance that you're eating something that ate human flesh. Probably recently.
Hundreds of people get buried in the Ganges River
They just
every
get
day.
tossed in.
Yeah, but no,
Oh,
if
that's
you're
disgusting.
if you're looking for good street fights with weapons, look for India. The people in India don't even intervene. They literally walk. They'll like walk beside someone who's fighting and like do like this just to get away. They stop traffic. People in cars are like honking. They're like driving in between the fight. It's the fucking crazy. There are no laws in India.
There are lots of.
There's like one cop for every 15,000 people in India.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy like that. And Indian police, they don't give a fuck either. They also carry sticks and they beat the fuck out of people.
Do they not have guns?
They have guns, but it's
They
a
use
cultural
this-
thing.
The sticks
It's
are
a cultural
thing.
Yeah, beating people with sticks is a cultural thing. You should, dude, I can show you the video. I'll even show you the video of that homeless guy rocking that ex-fire commissioner's fucking, dude, it is so nice to see.
I bet that
It really is. I genuinely enjoy watching justice that's like
justice.
yeah, well, violence that's justified. You also know that the Indian people love beating people with sticks so much that they go to another country that they border and they go to war
Pakistan,
with them.
yeah.
Pakistan, I think also China.
Yeah, they hate each
They
other.
go to the Chinese and Indian border and Chinese people and Indian people beat each other with sticks.
I don't understand why they like sticks so much.
I don't know either. Have you
At least make a sword.
when was the last time you hit someone with a stick? Maybe we're missing out.
16 years. That's probably like 8.
Dude, it probably feels really good to hit someone with a
Yeah,
stick.
but I also played with airsoft guns, and it feels really good to shoot someone with an airsoft gun.
It does feel good too.
I wonder which one feels better.
Well, I think if guns
That's why we need Woody here, so we can test it.
yeah, we should get oh dude, Woody would go fight my crackhead neighbor.
Woody
I'd
would,
offer him
Woody would
$5
rip that man
and he'd do it.
apart.
Yeah, I'd offer him $10.
Woody would bring back his arms.
You'd break his
You're
arms.
like, you're like, Woody, I didn't want his arms. I didn't want you to kill it.
He's like, well, here you go.
Job done.
Yeah. I cracked his skull and I took his teeth.
If you only wanted me to beat him, it would have been $250.
Yeah.
You made the whole deal.
You gave me the full $10. I killed
Full
him.
$10.
You gave me the
kill
whole-
him, and I bring you his arms.
Yeah, just so you know it's done.
If you had paid 15, I would have got the legs.
Woody is a hitman. He's an
No, he's
undercover
not.
hitman.
It's not a hit.
Oh no, but Woody, we can transform. We could Oh
we
my
could
god,
transform Woody into so many machines of pure violence.
dude, we could turn him into a killer. We could turn him into a contract killer. You want to make Woody
Not
an
a good
assassin?
one.
We're
Not
gonna
a good
turn
assassin.
guys here at the We Didn't Say That podcast. I'd like to make an official announcement. From here on out, we are turning Woody into an assassin.
No.
So just stay
Woody
tuned for
Woody
that.
would get caught immediately after the first murder.
You don't think he'd kill a cop? You don't think he would just instantly
You're
snap
right,
and
you're
kill
right.
a cop?
It would be 2 murders.
Yeah, no, yeah, he would just keep killing people until people would stop bothering him. He's like, finally, I can sleep for 30 minutes and then get back up.
It'd be the craziest murder spree ever.
He get pulled over and the cop's like, license, insurance. He's like, yeah, no problem. Go. Just shoot him and then drive off. And he'd be going the speed limit.
It'd be like a mafia movie, just send it around a wood.
Just give him a gun and just be like, accumulate as much wealth as you can and as much short as time as possible.
just
Just,
like-
rob drug
Be like,
dealers.
Woody, fuck the world. Just do your thing. And he'd kill everyone.
He would ascend.
You know who wouldn't be off limits, I bet?
Who?
Women and children.
No, he'd target them. They're easy. They're easy
They
targets.
bring on the big guys. It's
Yeah.
like Woody likes to approach it like it's like it's like a video game where you fight like the minions and then you get to fight the
What do you
to
make?
fight the boss. So he attacks the women and children first and then he moves on to like the boyfriend and husband.
He's like, I like to save the real challenge
Yeah.
for last.
You're
Woody is living GTA.
my Bowser.
Woody, yeah, he's basically Trevor. Woody is a Grand Theft Auto character.
Yeah, I know. He's just a lot stupider than Trevor.
Really?
I think so. Trevor had at least a little intelligence. Woody's like Trevor's friend. That's Woody's level of intelligence. But he looks like Trevor.
Trevor is really smart. I'll give you that. He is really smart. He just, in all the ways, he's smart for the wrong reasons.
Who cares? Woody's not that smart.
Yeah, but you're right. Trevor would definitely, just like how I did. How I'm like, we could turn Woody into like a contract killer. That's the same shit Trevor would do. And he's like, I'm gonna let this retard hang around me, and he's gonna eventually start selling dope to the Chinese and icing fucking gangsters from it.
One thing we did to Woody was when we got really bored at work, we'd be like, all right, I need something to entertain me. So we'd go up to Woody and be like, hey, this dude just texted me that he wants to fight you at work. Woody would spend the whole day looking out the window to see if someone pulled up to
Just
fight
getting
him.
ready to fight someone.
Like 4 or 5 times.
Just kept telling him
He kept waiting for them to fight.
they're on the way. They're on the way.
Second shift told me after the first time that Woody just waited in the parking lot for an hour and a half after work. I need to fight this man that never will show up. He started, imagine you're a customer and you start walking into a pizza place and he goes, are you him? Are you him?
This is
You're
a
like,
guy
"Why-
just picking up.
what?"
He's like, am I who? I'm Mike. I'm here for my pickup. And he's like, oh, you're here for me? I'm
here
going to
for
pick
me?
you up.
I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you.
Just picks him up by his legs and body slams
Just
him.
starts slamming his head into his car mirrors.
Oh, God. Fucker. Like, Woody, wrong guy. He's still on his way. He's like, I'm so sorry, sir.
No, Woody wouldn't apologize. He'd be like, You're lucky
You're-
they intervened.
You're lucky I
I
didn't
was about to
fucking
pull
snap your
pants
neck
down.
and then attacked your wife. You're lucky I didn't drive to your house and kill your entire family. Is this why Woody isn't answering your texts? You think this is why?
Probably.
Because
I doubt he's listened to it, but he probably thinks that I'm just gonna mess with him, which I probably would, to be fair.
any of our videos that have Woody in the title, he's probably watched like 15 times. He's like, as soon as I get my fucking hands on Michael, I'm gonna kill him.
No, I don't think he cares.
I'm gonna rip his
I really
fucking head
don't
off.
think he'd give a single shit.
You don't think
No,
so?
I don't think
Dude,
he
he's
is.
probably getting clout in whatever shitty little city he lives in. He's
He's-
like, there's an entire podcast that's basically just talking about me.
My life. My adventures into real life.
Yeah.
Oh, we could make such a good like animated cartoon about Woody. Oh, we could be
Oh,
so popular.
God.
It'd be bigger than Big Mouth. And it'd just be about this.
Big Mouth, that fucking show about puberty.
Dude, I don't know why people like it so much.
No, okay.
I couldn't get into it.
I don't get it either. The show is so fucking weird. It's for fat, nerdy, gay, liberal people to watch.
And it shows children's genitalia.
What the actual
What is
fuck?
wrong with Nick
It's
Kroll's
not-
hilarious. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah,
love Nick
I'm
Kroll.
a fan of Nick Kroll
but
too.
he is so weird to do that.
He needs someone to like just big dog him. He needs someone
He's
to
on
like
a watch
go,
list
we
for
need
sure.
to find like an alpha high school bully and just keep him around Nick
You know
Kroll
who
for
we
like
could do that with?
2.5
No,
years.
we'll just have
Woody.
Anthony Jeselnik follow around Nick
Oh,
Kroll,
yeah.
and Nick Kroll will just be a broken human being after that, I'm sure.
The thing that upsets me about Nick Kroll is that his potential for comedy is so high, but he always he always grasps the lowest branches. He
Dude,
makes poop and
In the
pee
league,
jokes.
he was hilarious.
I know.
Like if he just used that persona, he'd be one of the biggest comedians ever.
He
But he doesn't.
No, he chooses to be like, you know, it's funny pooping in the toilet. Meh.
Let's talk about girls getting their first period.
It's not. It's so childish, and it's just you're right. He could be such a larger
Yeah.
and way more respected comedian, but no one fucking cares because it's like, oh, he's the guy who talks about.
He's the guy who
pooping.
talks about kids' penises. That's who Nick Kroll is now.
He is on a list.
He has to be.
How much money do you want to bet that eventually, you know, how, like all the Epstein papers are coming out and everything?
Yeah.
How surprising would it be to find Nick Kroll on there?
Not really.
0%. I'd be
Let's
like,
talk
obviously.
about my favorite thing with the Epstein list. Please, God.
Oh my! If you're gonna talk about like
Yes,
fuck,
I am.
oh, okay, go for it.
Stephen Hawkins, Fields on Wheels. Stephen Hawkins went to Epstein's Island, which in itself is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Wheelchair, I don't even know. The plane had to have had a ramp to get him off that plane. But anyway,
something.
his thing was
Firefighter's pole.
his thing was watching midgets complex math equations. So fucking funny.
Naked on a whiteboard that's too
Too
high.
high
Up.
up.
So
What's
they're, like,
the word?
reaching, they're like, it's just weird. And I know every other podcast has
Do you
talked
think
about
he
this
even
because it's
gets
the
sexual gratification from it?
I don't know what
I
it is.
doubt any other podcast is going that deep.
What?
Sexual gratification?
If
Or do
he
you think
gets-
it's just like his thing? Because like think about it. When you're that sick, do you think your penis even works?
No, dude, his body is crippled.
Yeah,
no, I
so
think
why is he watching it? What pleasure does he get from it?
he lives with an eternal shrimp. That's a
He-
podcast episode, Eternal Shrimp.
He is just that's why he was such a dick. I hate him.
Probably.
I think he's
yeah,
just the
it's
piece of
because his
shit.
cock didn't work,
And
and
his
he wanted to
life
watch
worked.
midgets be
He
naked
wanted
doing
to
shit.
beat it to midgets doing math.
I don't even know.
All right, let's
I don't know if he was beating
let's
it.
say
I don't
you're
think
married.
he could beat it. I think
No,
he
he
could
wanted
use
to.
his
That
little
was his
speaking
wish.
spell. Like
That's
he
the
could
only
speak
thing
spell.
he missed is just beating it to midgets doing math.
Somebody touch
too high
my
up.
penis, please.
Give me pleasure.
Please touch my penis,
Please
please.
take out the catheter so I can enjoy fun times.
Get one of the midgets to touch my wiener.
Their hands are so small.
Yeah, man, but they're all like they're just I don't know midgets.
No, their hands are just they
Whoa,
look like
whoa,
kid
no,
hands,
no.
which is
We can't
uncomfortable.
talk shit about midgets.
Well, no, we just don't want
They're
them to
magical
be. No, we
beings.
love midgets. We just don't want them to be sexually
Yeah.
exploited by
Yes,
wheelchair
exactly.
bound
The
slut
official
predators.
position for the We Didn't Say That podcast is we
We
are
love
pro
them.
midget and
But
we are
hate the ones that attack them and sell them into slavery.
exactly. If you traffic little people,
You're a piece of shit.
we're coming
And
for
we're
you.
gonna train Woody into hunting you down.
Yep, we are training a clearly insane person to
Obviously,
be an
that's
assassin.
obviously that's the plot of the animated cartoon: is Woody hunting down midget traffickers. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
the plot of the cartoon.
That's what Woody's ultimate calling for his life is. We're gonna like Dexter. We're gonna use his murderous powers for good, but he's just going to take out people who traffic little people.
How about there's a story about that.
What?
There's a fun story about Woody and midgets.
Wait, you have a story about? Oh my god! Would he save a little person? No. He'd probably
It's just a story.
he traffic them, and then he would start trafficking
We're
little
hanging
people.
out. We're hanging out in the pizza shop,
would
and
lead
one of the
that industry.
managers comes in. He's like, so we're like talking about what we're doing in the weekend, and this manager's like, "Oh, I'm going to midget wrestling."
Oh.
And Woody's face just lights up.
Yeah, dude.
Woody goes, "Can I come with you?" And he's like, "No, I'm going with my brother, you weirdo." And Woody comes up to me and goes, "We need to get tickets." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
He goes up to you
Yeah,
and says, "We
yeah.
need to get tickets."
Yeah, he goes, "We need to go." And I'm like, "Woody, I don't want to go anywhere with you. You're a psychopath."
Obviously, crazy.
And then Woody
person.
goes, "Don't you want to see me do it?" And I was like, "Do what, Woody?" He goes, "I'm gonna fucking fuck up those midgets." What are you talking about? He goes, "I'm gonna wait for two of them to start fighting, and then I'm gonna go in the ring, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of those midgets."
He's gonna
dead set on it.
Wait until they're distracted and get the jump on a couple little people who are already fighting.
And I go, what? Don't you think the other little people would come in and try to stop you? And he goes, I want them all to come in. I'm going to beat the shit out of every last one. For some reason, Woody hates them so much.
What the fuck?
He hates them so much. I wonder if a midget like molested him when he was a kid or something, because there is so much rage
He has
between
so much
Woody.
hatred. Okay, I figured it out.
Well, he'll have a redemption arc in the animation.
Oh yeah, he'll go up against like the bat. Oh, he'll go up against those 3 singing midgets from China, and they're gonna beat him and write a song about beating him.
No, they're gonna show him the power of friendship in
Oh,
China,
and he'll be
and
like,
then Woody's gonna be like,
"Oh,
"These are my, I am their king now."
I'm gonna stop a fight in
He's
a
like,
riddle,
he's,
people."
he's like C-3PO with the Ewoks.
Just a giant retarded person amongst all these little people. and they're like, he's our protector.
He's our king.
If you want to get to us, you have to go
Go
through
through
Woody.
Woody, and you can never go through Woody.
That's the thing, you can't get through. Okay, so this is my idea. Woody obviously has a lot of built-up trauma throughout his entire life.
I don't even
okay?
know if he's had a traumatic life or it's just his brain.
Well, obviously, he has a lower than average IQ, so I think the world has treated him very
Significantly.
poorly. I think that's undeniable. Obviously,
But do you
I think
he
that's what's happened to
realizes
him.
I don't know if he realizes
No.
that the world is picking on
No,
him.
but subconsciously, that's why he's so ready to fight and he's angry at little people. It's because he's angry at the world. Subconsciously, he doesn't have to be conscious of any of this happening. What, feeling for this?
Yeah. Sick.
So this is what we did. Do you remember BumFights?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're maybe eventually, once we start our Patreon or whatever, we're gonna start a series. It's just bum fights, but with Woody, and we will take. You guys can submit people from all over the country to fight Woody, and we will get them in a ring. It will be a fair
We'll
fight
have a
with gloves.
referee.
We'll have a referee. It'll be legit. But it'll be Woody versus the other psychopaths. If you guys know what, if you guys have your own Woody in your life, submit him for
Make so
Woody
much money.
versus. And yeah, we're gonna charge pay-per-view on. It could even be its own separate Patreon where it's like $25 a month to subscribe, and there's a fight
But
like
every month.
two fights a month.
No,
yeah.
2 fights is too much. Woody would break down.
Okay, yeah.
One fight a
We'll
month.
post training videos and we'll post a 1 month. We'll
Hospital
fight.
updates.
Yeah, and exactly, and
We'll have a tracker for his medical bills.
we could probably sell it out too. We could probably ticket it and like rent out an arena and sell it out and watch.
No,
two
I'd want it.
actual
I'd want
retarded
it to be
people fight
super
each other.
intimate. I want it to be like in
like
a
Fight Club.
a non-finished warehouse.
Yeah, we're just in the
Yeah.
basement somewhere where these two
And
retarded
we'll
people
hire
are
a bunch of
slugging it out.
actors to like act like betting on it and everything.
No, people would actually bet on it. We
Yeah,
could
that's
just
true.
we could
Oh.
just start an underground fighting
No,
operation.
it wouldn't be underground because we'd do it legally. We'd find out what paperwork we'd need to do,
Yeah.
what we'd need to like supply, if we'd need to have an EMT, and we'd have all that.
Yeah,
But it wouldn't
yeah.
be visible.
We
It
would.
would just be Woody and this man in a circle, or a woman, if that's who you prefer to watch Woody fight.
No, dude, I have the greatest idea. Okay, so instead we take the fight instead of bringing the medical attention to us. We instead of bringing it to us, we take the fight to them. We infiltrate an emergency room,
That'd
right?
be
The
insane.
waiting room. We just set it up with a ring real quick. We get a fucking referee, and we send these two retards in, and they just start slugging each other
No, we
immediately.
can't do it at the
And the
hospital.
first one that gets knocked
Despite
out,
it saving.
no, the one who gets knocked out, we just leave them in the emergency room and we go. And that's how every episode.
And we come in hooting and hollering. We're like,
Yeah. Oh, we're both drunk. We're smoking fucking cigarettes inside the emergency
of
room. We're like,
course.
let's go.
like it's the 70s and we're celebrating the birth of a baby.
Oh yeah, and we're just watching these two people just absolutely give each other body slams.
We're
fucking
just swaying back and forth.
standing on top of the tables and jumping on each other. Boom. Yeah, and then whoever loses, we just leave there and we
tell
go.
Woody, we give Woody a catchphrase, and it will be
Yeah,
every time.
something, or give him something in a different language that he has no idea what it means. And he boom.
Hola.
Hola, senor. You think security would stop that? Do you?
Yes, I do.
You think no? Okay, you think what security guard that's getting paid like $24 an hour is going to see these two absolute lunatics swinging at each other? It's going to sound like when bears attack, and just like and bone crushing sounds. You think that security guard is going to do anything besides phone the police?
No, we have to do it legally so we can charge people to view it instead of just like posting it on Twitter. We can't do it in a hospital. We have to do what I said and make it legal so we can get people to pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be best if they fought in emergency rooms, but I see what you're saying.
We won't call an ambulance. We'll just drive them. We'll get like a shitty truck or a van. We'll get a van and we'll get like a gurney and we'll put it in the van.
Yeah.
And we'll just drive him to the hospital ourselves.
Because if he wants to fight, we'll let him fight. We'll let him get that aggression
sign
out.
the waivers.
This will be like therapy for him. This is fight therapy for Woody. It will lead him to live a healthier life overall. Maybe he'll start sleeping from all the additional brain injury he gets. His body will be like, we need to shut down for 4.5 hours tonight instead of 2 hours. We got to get 4.5 hours of sleep, dude. You're getting double sleep tonight.
It'd be like
This will be good for him.
his liver would be screaming for nutrients.
And we could get a pay-per-view going. We could get it for like $20 or whatever. Get like 1,000 people who want to watch.
Make Woody do Rocky training every week.
Yeah, give them both like $6,000 after the fight. That's life-changing money to these people. This is like they can get a boat. They can buy a treadmill. This is like shit that they're like, I've never
Woody
dreamed
would buy
about
like
having
a basketball
$6,000.
Oh my god, we could get him to play basketball. We could get people
Yeah.
to 1v1. Send the worst basketball player you know, and we'll have him play Woody in 1v1.
Just submit anyone who's good at something, and we'll
bad at something.
We'll
have
put
Woody
up
compete.
against him.
That's a great idea too. We can
and fight.
We're gonna make Woody our Carl Pilkerton.
Yeah.
But Woody's gonna do all these little events. And one of them will be you send someone who's absolutely shit at something. And then we have Woody try and compete with that man and whatever they're shit at. And we record it. And then we have you pick a winner. And they get $500.
Yeah, you guys get some home with money. Woody gets money, everyone.
Unless
you know
he
what this
loses.
eventually leads to?
What?
We become the trainers for Woody and we train him to go to the Olympics.
He's too old.
No, dude. Eventually, no, dude. What's that age-old saying? Retard doesn't crack?
No,
he's virtually like
he's
like a 17-and-a-half-year-old person. We just got to get him healthy.
He's basically born on a leap year.
Yeah, he's like a dog. He's like what, like 7 years old or whatever. He's actually like 48.
He is like 48, dude. We can't have a 48-year-old going to the Olympics. I'm sorry, that's out of the reach.
If he's the best in his class, we send the winners. We'll send.
I don't even know what Olympics he would compete in.
We'll send him to the Winter Olympics. He'll be good at the thing where you have to like.
What I meant.
He has to ski and then he has to shoot shit and then he has to ski more and then like run. He'll do that.
I didn't mean summer or winter Olympics. I meant normal or special.
Oh,
not the season.
The thing about Woody is he can do both. He can play in the Summer Olympics, the Winter Olympics. He can
imagine Woody like training for karate for the Special Olympics. He just gets out there and violently attacks a special needs person, or just blood everywhere, and the ref's trying to pull him up, and he can't because Woody's strong.
Yeah, Woody has actual retard strength.
They all do.
Okay, but seriously, we're gonna get him to do like foot races, one-on-ones with in basketball, dance competitions, but mostly fights. He's mostly gonna be fighting people. Oh, we can get him to fight 2 people at one time.
No, we can't.
Yeah, we can.
I'm not gonna put him in
1,000%.
that much danger. We have to protect our resource. Woody's a resource. We can't abuse
Woody is a renewable resource.
He's not renewable though. We only have one.
We have to but
I'm sure we can find other
he's
people like him.
He's
but
like
they won't
Wolverine.
Be, they won't
he's
be,
impervious to damage.
It's not
You give him like a fifth of JD and like 2 days, and he's gonna be back to 100%. You just give him alcohol, and he'll be straight.
That's not true.
It is,
but it's looking like we should bring this one to an end.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up. I'm gonna go to Costco in a little bit,
and then we'll record more. Bye bye.
Peace out, guys.